Have you ever had someone leave you that you were never with, never dated? It hurts a lot. It probably hurts more than that person actually dating you and then leaving you. And we're gonna talk about why that happens. We're gonna debunk why that happens, why we feel that way, and talk about my personal experience with these things, in hopes that you can relate. Let's begin. Key point number 1. Emotional investment in what you thought was a friendship or what was going to lead to something bigger. We create emotional bonds around people that talk to us, especially us men. We're quite pure. We believe stupid things. We talk to people that may not want the best for us, but we want the best for them. So we create this emotional investment in people. In this case for us, a dude, a woman, or a friend even, but this is probably just on the topic of dating. For example, a girl calls you every night. 9:06 p.m. you receive a call, and it's beautiful. You talk, you giggle, you see them in real life. You may hug, you may grab a coffee with so person, go on even a date, few of them, but all of a sudden they leave. They don't talk to you. You may still even have them on your phone, on your Instagram. You're left undelivered, maybe not. Maybe you left them unopen, they left you unopen. They lost interest, but you still haven't. It's like reading a book that it leaves you on a cliffhanger. You genuinely wonder what the fuck happened. I didn't get fucking rejected. I didn't get told anything. So you're left on this cliffhanger that so person stopped talking to you, and hurts a lot. Let's talk about my experience. We're gonna call them Trenitha or some shit like that. Something stupid. Tren as in the drug. Trenacetate. That's the full name of that person, let's say. So me and Tren talk leads to, so-called a friendship, right? I actually never went out with this person. A part of my school, I got introduced from her friends, told me, so a person has a thing for you. I was like, okay, damn, that's crazy. And at the time, I was a baller when it comes to chicks, Would constantly talk to them, and they would talk to me, would have like 3 on hold, just, just fucking around, having fun. And I'm not gonna get into too much detail on what happened. Nothing actually happened, nothing bad went down. We got pretty emotionally bonded as well, she would call me one like sad happy moments, and I'm sure that happens with you as well, probably more than me, because I'm not too much into that stuff, which I am. I just don't get it, and this is what the channel is for, the relatable content that you can actually relate to, because I'm not speaking on a guru standpoint of I get this many chicks, my problem solved, my improvement journey is over and done with, I'm just living life on the edge. No, that's not what's happening here. I'm talking about these topics so they can help you, so you can relate with them, because last night I had something that clicked. We're not going to get too off topic, we'll talk more about that in further videos. Reason number 2, you lost emotional support. That person may have emotionally supported you in, the hardwiring of the brain. We are social animals. We are social creatures, no matter if you're an introvert or not. Nobody wants to feel socially isolated or, in a lack of a partner, in a lack of a person, in a lack of a brotherhood, whatever. So you lost that emotional support. Because when someone random stops talking to us, we don't give a fuck, but we were emotionally invested in them. and they made us have a sense of purpose that we all of a sudden lost. They created a void for themselves. It was all of a sudden Trent was there supporting me in all my times, all my muscle building needs, but all of a sudden I get off cycle and it's gone. I start deflating. I'm gonna have to look for TRT in that case, being fucking stank buzz or some shit, some bullshit person, just to fill in that void of lost emotional support. Now you may be wondering, why does this happen to me? I personally believe in God. I'm not telling you to or you not to, but I personally do. And you definitely undervalued that person that you lost. Don't even, say you didn't, because that's personally what happened with me. I talked with so person, occasionally would leave them undelivered, but actually that may reverse onto them as well. They may have not valued you. But anyhow, God took that away from you because you didn't deserve it at the time. You didn't appreciate it enough. You didn't put in enough effort. Let's not even talk about appreciation. You might actually very well appreciate that soul person and the thing you had with them, but you didn't put the proper effort to actually maintain it and to be interesting as a person, to be a high value partner. And let's go through, how to be that. First off, girls want what they can't have. So if you're constantly available, that's putting your value down. The definition of value has a lot to do with scarcity, and scarcity basically means how available it is. If you're too available to that person, you lose your fucking value. You get a certain toy, you start playing with it at first, it's really fun. That's the initial hit of dopamine when you're talking to that soul person or when that person is talking to you. And let's say you're the toy here because they're the one that left you. They got everything out of you. They saw everything you had to offer, and they explored all your features, all the buttons, they pressed them all, and now it's no longer interesting to play with. That's essentially what women are. That's what people are, even. Same with a chick. If she's too available for you, you're not going to value her as much. That's why we get emotionally attached to those who leave us undelivered and psychologically play with us, because it's pretty fucking fun, isn't it? You're waiting for that reply, they're not doing it, you ask them out, they don't go out with you, you're wondering, is she gonna go out with me finally today, or am I gonna get a blowjob today, or stupid shit, right? You're too available, you're not valuable enough. You may think you're doing the right thing by giving them everything you have to offer, being nice, being this, not so charismatic, but a very nice guy. I really like the idea of being a nice person, being always available, telling people about me so they get to know me. We get to be this thing. I get to emotionally dump myself, but I, over many experiences with people, have learned to stop that. Stop giving them everything you are, everything you have, everything about you, every personality trait, your favorite color. Stop telling them that bullshit and let them speak. Let them leave you with a sense of, I told them everything I had about myself, but they didn't tell me anything about them. Maybe I should give them a text. And then you get that text. Leave it out for an hour or two. Let them fantasize you. Let them seek your attention. Let them seek your validation. And you create a sense of scarcity for them. So, in conclusion, you want to be unavailable and valuable. Not like leave them undelivered for 2 days, because that's just a dick move, but just enough, edge them. Just edge them, play with their feelings psychologically. It may seem manipulation, but people like that. People like being played with. People like the trauma. That's why girls always go back to those guys that hurt them, because it's fun. It's really fucking fun. Anyways, I hope you got great value out of this video. Subscribe if you want to see more great value, my friend. Enjoy. And know your value, man. You are one of a kind, so act that way.